Previously on We Have Darkvision.
I mean, honestly, like, my next step is to just throw Abby at it.
This is what you wanted in the first place.
Fine, take it!
Yeah, why are we saving this fucking kid?
Because it was cute.
Bort goes up to the top of this tower, and you look out over the fortress. You see the shadows of the buildings moving. At first you think it's a trick of the light, but then one of the shadows breaks away and forms into a humanoid shape. Slowly you start to see other shadows break away as well, and now there's a swarm of these shadowy figures.
Who goes there?
Your voice reverberates across the courtyard, and all of them stop and look towards the castle.
So the door is open and we can see the shadows.
Yeah, and they have all now stopped in the courtyard in front. They're basically kind of set up in rows, which is really weird and sort of
Like
eerie.
Braveheart?
So it's like
And they're just staring towards the door, but now they are not moving.
I'll chat with the ghost that's at the front.
The orb. Where is it?
what do you need the orb for?
For our master, Bazarok. That is enough to sort of kill him, if you can even kill a shadow. And as he sort of fades back into the darkness, he says, "No matter, you can't stop us."
Hey guys, let's record 3 podcasts at the same time.
Okay.
Go.
3, 2.
Welcome to the
Welcome
Colin
to the Alex
Power
White
Hour,
experience.
where we're gonna
Just
Mine's an ASMR experience.
at a casino.
yeah, at the
ASMR.
casino.
Oh my god, that'd be so...
Ding!
That's such a good idea for, like, people with gambling addictions. To, like, overcome their gambling addiction.
All right, the Miz is telling us we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Okay.
We gotta go. So people can do things after this.
Okay, so you guys have now slept for the night. Where in the fortress did you guys decide you were sleeping?
Are we recording?
the quarters.
Yeah.
Whatever
Have
the
we been
barracks-
recording this
the
whole
barracks.
time?
Wherever the barracks were.
Okay, so like
With
the
bears.
The barracks.
Yeah, the barracks. The barracks
Um,
in the basement.
barracks in the basement?
No, let's do the one on the main floor.
Yeah,
The barracks on the main floor.
Okay, cool. So that's like the soldiers' barracks.
Awesome.
And so you guys have slept. Why?
Cracking open a cold one in the morning.
If you support $1 to our Patreon every month, you will
rip my
get
face off.
exclusive access to me doing things I'm not supposed to be doing whilst recording.
Just making my life so difficult.
All right, I'm awake.
All right, that's got bite, baby.
Okay, so you guys have all sort of roused up in the morning. Kroy is still sort of asleep. If you look over at Abby, you can tell that she is now breathing like properly, like a normal human being should be breathing, as opposed to like the shallow. Maybe she's gonna die breathing that she had all of last night.
But she's still asleep.
But she's still asleep. And you guys can actually hear noises out in the fortress proper, I guess.
God, someone shut up out there!
Okay,
It's
and
disturbed Kroy.
yeah. So you guys are awake now there. You guys are all rested up. You have your spell slots and your health back.
Fully charged, baby.
What are those shadows doing out there?
Are they still out there?
We should go
They're
and
being
look.
so loud. Why couldn't they just stay uniform like they did outside?
All right.
right.
Who wants to go check?
I'll
See
go.
what's- okay.
Somebody's gotta fucking break their kneecaps.
I'm gonna check on Abby and make sure that she's actually breathing normally.
I'm gonna check for food in the kitchen, because that's what people do, right? Food in the kitchen.
Yeah, go make breakfast for us.
I'm not making breakfast for anyone, except myself and the kid, maybe.
Okay. So Kroy and Nubz both leave. Bort, you're going to check on Abby.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do you first.
Okay.
She seems fine.
She seems fine.
Are you like? What do you do? Like, do
I'm
you just
just, like-
like? Are you just looking at a child?
I don't want to like wake her up, but I could, I guess. I'm gonna give her like a light nudge on the shoulder to like see if she wakes up from that.
Okay, cool. She does. Her eyes sort of slightly flutter open. She yawns.
Kyle, stop making this child so cute.
She looks at you confused. She sees you, but you can tell that she doesn't fully recognize you right away. And then slowly that fades, and you see the recognition come through.
Good.
And she just says, "What happened?
Do you not remember anything?
We were outside. There's the forest.
Okay.
And then, where am I?
We're in Captain Rugrat's castle.
We got inside?
We did.
We're not trapped outside anymore?
No, we're trapped inside.
Well, ultimately, that sounds better.
I guess.
Because now if it rains, we won't get wet.
I am enjoying your enthusiasm there, Abby.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Okay.
I'm so hungry.
How about we get you up and we walk over to the kitchen? I know Nubz is in there, and we can show her that you're alive.
Okay, I like her hat.
Okay.
And she stands up, and her legs are a little wobbly, but she sort of steadies herself, and you guys proceed out. Now, before you guys exit the room, you guys have both walked outside. This is what you see. Kroy and Nubz. As you exited the soldiers' barracks, you saw a sort of, it's a ghostly-esque figure, but it seems like a solid person, if that makes sense. Like, it seems like it's there,
like
but
the Harry
not.
Potter ghosts?
No. You can't see through them, but they seem faded. Like they're there in the castle with you, but maybe not there in the castle with you. Like it's a weird sort of disconnect that you see between these.
This place is fucked.
And it doesn't take any notice of you, and it really should have based on the way that it walked past you. It should have seen you, and it didn't.
This is ridiculous. Hello? Excuse me? Nothing? Really?
It continues on its way and turns the corner back into where the great entrance hall is.
All right, Kroy, here's the fucking deal.
I can't wait.
We get what we need, and we fucking leave this haunted-ass motherfucking fortress. I'm swearing a lot. I'm so sorry. We're never gonna get sponsored. Shit.
Okay, so where are you guys going?
Well,
I'm going
I
to
was
the
going to
kitchen.
go outside because you said there was noise outside.
Okay, cool.
So I was going to go check the front door. You go get whatever fucking booze you guess you need.
Well, it's not just booze, it's other things.
Go make me breakfast sandwich.
Okay.
Oh.
So
English muffin,
as you guys
bacon, egg, Gouda cheese, caramelized maple onions.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do about that.
As you guys walk down the hallway towards the kitchen / where you would turn into the Great Hall to get outside, a large
Whale.
knight, yes, a large whale, a whale knight, steps out from the Great Hall.
So brave.
He's massive. Like, think like Shaq-sized big man.
Jesus.
He has a trident in his hand. He's decked out in armor. And he steps in front of your path so that blocking you sort of from going out the Great Hall or down towards the kitchen. And he says, "You will wait."
So you can see us?
And he doesn't respond to you.
That's not an answer.
You can see us?
He doesn't respond to you either. But from behind you, two other of these sort of ghostly people sort of walk past you, and you see that he's addressing them, and he says, "You will wait." And they stop moving.
Well, I'm going to keep moving.
We'll just probably walk through them at this rate.
All right, you go to the kitchen, I'm going to the door.
Let's
Peace.
try.
So you start to move, and also the other two figures start to move at the same time. And he says, "Do not antagonize me."
What the hell is happening?
And this is where Bort and Abby will come out.
Oh, hey guys, what? Oh, that's a big one.
Shack night.
Yeah,
We call him a
Shack
whale night.
the whale night. Yes. What's going on?
Yeah, well, apparently we shall wait.
Don't test him.
and
Okay.
Or
we
don't
sh-
antagonize.
him.
He has quite the
yes.
vocabulary on him.
Okay. Should I be putting Abby back in our safe room?
No, I don't think that anything in this fucking place is
So
safe.
as you guys are having this conversation, one of the figures tries to move past the knight again, and you hear the knight, "So be it," and he drops his trident to point towards the person, and then the figure like puts his hands up a little bit and backs away, like, "Okay, cool."
I tried my best.
I cover Abby's eyes.
And those two figures go back down the hallway.
Okay.
And now the knight is there. He doesn't seem to see you guys either.
Okay, so we can't leave the castle at night. We can't go anywhere during the
You
day.
could probably go now.
Yeah, I'm heading to the door. You guys, if you guys want
We
to go,
can't get to the door. He's in the way.
I'm gonna move around him.
Oh, how are you gonna do that?
Old gnome roll.
Okay, great. You go for it.
He's very tiny,
I can go between his shack-like legs.
pretty much. Is that where you're going to try and go around him?
I'm gonna try to go around him and go to the front door. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Godspeed.
You step towards him. You go around him. There's not a lot of space for you to go through, and you're trying to like scooch through.
I thought you were gonna say squirt. I don't know why.
Yeah, you're trying to squirt. You're trying to like scooch through, and part of you brushes up against this figure, and then you realize that your hand just goes straight through it, and the figure
Oh,
takes
for the love
absolutely
of
no
Christ.
notice of you, and you walk into the Great Hall. And as you do, you now see there's a man sitting on the chair on the dais.
Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going there.
And there's a large crowd in front of him looking towards him. And as you step in, you overhear some murmuring in the crowd, and then one elf steps forward. And this is odd to you because, as far as you guys know in this world, no one has seen an elf in years. It's all half-elves, but nobody has seen an elf in, like, centuries.
You were ahead.
And the elf steps forward, and you overhear the elf say, "The Bloody Priests have made a move towards Tir Madding. We request military escort to move the artifact to a more secure location." And as he's speaking, the man on the dais is sort of looking around the room, and he turns his head, and he kind of locks eyes with you, Kroy. And as he locks eyes with you, you realize that he's the only person that has taken notice of your entrance at all. And when your eyes meet, the noise in the room sort of starts to fade to a dull murmur, and you realize you can't hear the elf speaking anymore. And then a ripple runs through the room, and it's sort of like the weird tingling sensation that you felt as you guys were approaching Wolf Rock Fortress on your first night. And then everyone winks out of existence, except for the man on the dais.
Oh, is our weird whale night gone?
Yes.
Good.
We just walk through it. We're like, oh, that was easy.
Yeah, I start walking a little bit more forward to see what the heck is going on. And who locked eyes with you? Was it the guy on the dais?
Mr.
dais?
Amadeus.
Yeah, so
Mr.
he's the only guy that is still there.
Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Huh.
Mr. Amadeus.
Why is he the only one still here?
I address him. The man.
Sure.
The man Amadeus.
Captain Rugrat Jacobson,
Oh,
I
no.
presume.
And he is sort of looking around the room, sort of taking in his surroundings, as if he's seeing them for the first time. And then he realizes that you spoke to him, and he's sort of like, huh? I'm sorry. What?
Captain Rugrat Jacobson, I presume.
No. My name is Tarek. And
Tarek Amadeus?
you guys
Is there any
would
relation
know.
to the famous composer?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
He is related to the beer maker Amadeus,
Good.
the brewmaster. You recognize the name Tarek as being he's like the legendary figure of your world. He is the one that united the elf and human and dwarven armies thousands of years ago in victory against the Bloody Priests.
It's Aragorn. Or Gandalf.
Oh.
Which one is it? I haven't finished The Hobbit yet.
Well, Aragorn is not in The Hobbit.
Nope. I know. His dad is, though, isn't he?
No.
The
Oh.
Blood Legion? What are they called?
The Bloody Priests.
The Bloody Priests.
What?
Bloody
Priests?
police.
Elves. Humans.
And I audibly gasp upon this realization.
Hobbits and dwarfs.
Derek on a dais. It is a privilege to witness you, and I kneel heavily.
Heavily.
A heavy kneel.
Your
I feel
kneecaps
the
burst
need to point
underneath
out
you.
that his name is not Derek on a dais.
That's
is-
what's in my book of knowledge. It's so facto.
It's Tarek Phelan of Clan Eld. That's what you guys would actually know him
Tarek-
as.
Open quotation, on a dais, closed quotation. What was that last part?
Phelan of Clan Eld. So it's spelled
Phallic of Clan Elves.
Faelan
Got it.
of Clan Eld. ELD.
Derek, it is such a great honor to be in your presence.
And he stands up, and he's still like going to address you, but he's still like sort of looking around the room, and he's starting to wander towards some of the tapestries on the walls, and sort of what's the word I want? Like he's addressing you, but sort of like offhandedly,
This is
I
starting
guess.
to give me Holy Spirit syndrome.
And he says,
Like I'm not really there.
slightly distracted, he says, "Oh, you know who I am?"
Do I know who you are? You are, and I quickly open up my book just to make sure I get it right. You are the legendary figure who united the elves, humans, and dwarves from the Bloody Priests.
And as you're saying that, he gets up to one of the tapestries that is depicting like a battle scene, and he says, "How is this? But our soldiers have just returned. This couldn't have been made so quickly." And then he looks at another one and he goes, "That's me, but I don't know what this is depicting." And then he spins around to you and he says,
Surprise, motherfucker!
"How long has it been since I occupied this fortress?"
Oh.
By golly, it's been about 1,000 years.
Wow, I have no idea. This is getting really weird. I'm too sober for this. Let me excuse myself for a moment.
Sure.
I
You're
go
going
to-
to get some wine?
Yeah, I'm going to the kitchen to get some wine.
Okay. Yeah, you find some wine.
Great, I'm chug-a-lugging.
Great. Roll me a constitution check.
Yeah, baby.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
She was miserable while she was sober.
I got a 5.
Hammered.
Okay.
Plus 2, so that's 7.
Yeah, you are obliterated.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
A little
Since
hair of the
after-
dog, as it were. Just,
The whole
but
fucking
it's
mutt.
just- yeah.
So he's now looking at some of the other tapestries, and he's taking it in, and he's sort of thinking to himself, but speaking out loud a little, and he's like, thousands of years? Well, I mean, if the fortress still stands, then I guess we were victorious, but for me to be here, something is wrong. And I suggest we get to the bottom of it. And then now he's like fully focuses on the two of you and like takes
Great.
takes it
we
in.
could get to the bottom of it, but we already went downstairs, and there's really I found a mop, and that's really about
really
all
about
there is. That's about. I have this. See the bucket, and I pat the bucket on my head. And here's the mop, but that's about all we found down there. Honestly, like it's really just I don't know.
We did murder a light orb.
We murdered a shadow and an orb of light.
And at that, he sort of like raises an eyebrow, like he's like, a shadow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shadow.
He was looking for a metal orb.
I was like...
And he talked like this.
And a look of like you can tell by the look on his face, he knows exactly what you're talking about, and he looks scared.
I've just come up behind him, put my arm around him, and I'm still going...
And he jumps and goes, ah! And then turns around and he's like, don't do that!
Oh,
Just,
I can't even
terrified.
get real words out.
You look. Listen, I don't know a whole lot. In fact, I only know about a page and a half's worth. But you look like you know something about what we experienced.
And he says, are you the only ones here?
No, we got this thing. Pick up Abby.
Pick up Abigail.
We found it in the forest.
It has a name. I'm blanking on it right now.
And she goes, my name's Abby. Hi. And then...
I can count to 100.
She cannot count to 100. She can get to about 35 and then forgets what comes after 5. Because she's only 5 years old.
Yeah. Anyways,
After that,
we
it
have
gets
this child
confusing.
in our inventory.
And then he says, but there's no one else.
No. There were a bunch of shadows outside last night.
Oh,
but they couldn't get in.
There's this little toy dog that should be found in her pocket.
And Abby looks over at it and goes, give me that. It's mine.
No.
Give it to the king. Give it to the god.
I'm looking after it while you were passed out, so now it's mine. That's how this works. It's
And
payment.
she furrows her brow a little bit and is like, thank you for looking after my dog. But can I have her back?
Give her the fucking dog back.
We'll see about
You
it.
drunkard. just getting like super possessive over everything.
And so Tarek then says, shadows outside?
Lots
Yeah.
of them.
But they could only get in. Only one of them got in, and it was because
You
and I
invited-
admit, in not the best course of judgment,
One
I
of the
invited
darker
him in.
timelines that we've lived through at this point.
It was one of my worst decisions in my life,
But
but
we
I
ended
let
up-
one of them into the keep. But we slaughtered him.
we killed him.
Well, not before we had a really great time with him. He was actually quite agreeable once
And
we
then
had
it
him
cuts
trapped in
to the
this ball.
montage.
I'll leave it in.
Okay, cool. And Tarek's like, did you notice anything else amiss other than these shadows and this
Oh, there's no
Light
one
orb.
here.
light orb?
This place is completely
It was
empty.
just been empty the entire time.
Yeah, like
That's
everyone,
why we have this thing.
everyone here except for Abigail, who was outside of the castle walls, fortress walls,
Keep.
etc. Everyone's disappeared. Apparently, everyone's gone.
Okay. He turns to Abby because you said that you found her there. He turns to Abby and he says, did you see anything? And she like thinks about it and she starts to shake her head no. And then this sort of blank look goes over her face and she goes, the wolf was angry.
Why didn't you tell us that before, you little
I guess it's
kid?
She's possessed.
What did that light do
What
to her?
what is the wolf?
Wolf Rock?
Abby says, yes. You can see it in his eyes. And then she sort of shakes and comes back to like the present, basically.
Okay, there.
Okay.
And
you can have your dog back now.
Please give her the dog.
she takes it And it's like, thank you. And then she kisses it on the head.
And then she eats it.
And then she becomes a
And then I
wolf.
remember that it says for ages 7 and older on the bottom.
Yeah, and she chokes and dies. So good job. You saved her from the light orb, but she died from a toy. No, Abby
Good
is fine.
timeline.
And Tarek says, I think we need to go up the wolf rock. Follow me.
Oh my god, my
right.
glutes
But
are
there's shadows.
killing
There were
me.
shadows outside.
Can we even go outside? We don't even know if we can go outside.
He says, do any of you know what time it is?
The morning.
The sun is out?
I mean,
I think so.
Have you been outside?
He's just sat on the chair.
Go.
I know
I
what
think
time it
it's the
was
morning.
where I am in my time before I got zapped here. I don't know what time it is
I
here.
look out the window to see if I see the sun.
There's no window, but you can sort of move to see out the door, basically. The sun is out,
That looks
and
bright.
the shadow people are gone.
Oh,
Great.
all right.
Oh.
Let's waltz out of here then.
So you guys start walking outside towards, like, out
We're
the
gonna-
door,
If he says we're going there, we are gonna go there.
Yeah.
and he says, no, follow me. And he walks back towards the back,
Oh.
What? That back.
All right, great. Well, we'll follow you.
and you guys go down into the basement.
What?
And you go into the storage room where you, Kroy found the mop and bucket.
I don't have to give my mop back, do I?
No, unless you want to.
Someone's got to clean up this shit.
And he looks around and he says, "Now, let's see." And he runs his hand along the wall, and he's like, here." And then you hear him whisper in a language that sounds sort of like what you think Elvish would be,
Oh.
but it's even older than the language that you would know. And he says, Alketh, Ishal, Alnar, and Death. And then a series of runes appear on the door, or the wall, and a doorway sort of forms around it. And he touches the stone or the runes in a certain order, and then the doorway opens into the stone, and there's a long tunnel behind it.
I imagine it.
I could have figured that out. I'm sure.
Probably.
I
Oh,
imagine
yeah,
it.
I have a book of knowledge.
Yeah.
I imagine it being like that Sean Desmond music video where he's on the giant DJ pad and it's like.
Yeah, cool. Actually, yeah, you know what? Sure. You guys didn't see the pattern that he typed them in on,
But we heard
but you did hear the pattern that he
There
typed
it
it
is.
in on.
What is this? Where is this? This is take us to Wolf Rock, isn't it?
This leads up to Wolf Rock.
Okay.
Alright.
And it
Spoiler
is
alert.
pitch black through there, so you guys can see, but Abby won't be able to see. So as you guys step in,
Put her in your inventory.
what order are you guys walking in? Tarek is going first, obviously.
I'll go after.
Okay.
I'll take the back.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be
So
in the
then
middle.
I'd say we
Abby-
sandwiched the child.
Yeah.
Abby gropes around and grabs onto Bort's hand.
Good.
And you can see that she's like, or you can feel her like shaking a little, trembling. And she says, "It's dark."
Thank you.
Can somebody produce some flame for the child?
No, I'm not wasting a spell slot.
Produce flame is a cantrip.
I'm not wasting a cantrip spot. Fine. I produce the flame
For the child.
Great.
for the child.
And her trembling stops a little bit, but you
Thank
can tell
you.
she's still a little uneasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, this tunnel's great. Heaven forbid we go get some
I
sunlight.
feel so
Yeah,
weak
heaven
now.
forbid.
I've used all of my cantrip.
So you guys follow this tunnel for about 150 feet, and then you come to a stone stairway that leads up. So you guys are going to climb some more stairs.
Man, Stairmasters.
I don't think I'm going to make it.
We have dark vision and climb lots of stairs.
Our butts are so hard.
check out my
Fuck,
glutes.
man.
Brat, slap my glutes.
I slap his glutes.
What do you have to roll for that?
16.
He does damage.
Are you?
Because Kroy's so
Yeah, you roll
weak.
it. Roll it. That's for investigation. So what's your investigation modifier?
So 16 plus 1, 17.
Okay. You investigate, and you think that he has a very nice bum.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, I could have told you that.
one hell of an ass you got there, Kroy.
So you guys, the staircase goes up. You feel like it's been about 50 feet or so, and then it opens up into a large room. And as Tarek enters, he says, this is new. They've obviously done some work since the last time I've been here.
That's what she said.
I'm not sure that makes sense.
I don't know. It feels
I guess
new.
plastic
This
surgery?
is they must have done some work since I've last been here. It kind of, it sounds like boobs.
Okay. So this is what you see when you walk in. It's a 50-foot square room. The staircase you come up from is in the middle of like the wall. So there's 25 feet on one side of you, 25 feet on the other side of you. Well, ish. I mean, the doorway takes up a bit of space, but you guys get it. Directly across from you is a stone doorway, but it's not. It's more like a carving of a door. It doesn't look like it's a real door. It's a carving of a door. On either side of the door is a statue of a knight. The knight on the left has a wolf at its side, and the knight on the right has a eagle perched on his shoulder. On the wall to your right, there is a sort of a bas relief carving of a large battle scene. And on the western wall, which is to your left, there are words carved into the stone, and it says, 2 stones, a pup, a warrior's stare, a staff, a bow, a shining glare. Alert, on guard, a missing plume, a tree atop a savior's tomb.
Oh, God, it's a riddle.
Well, thanks for tuning in to WHDV Radio. I hope you enjoyed those 30 uninterrupted minutes of Caverns and Taverns play. Up next, we have John Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer, because, whoa, we are halfway there. Have I made it? It's been 7 episodes, and I've already forgotten if I made a John Bon Jovi joke or not. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are so cool for listening to all of our stuff. We really appreciate it. Just a couple quick things again before we get into the second half of this episode. Don't worry, there's no John Bon Jovi. You can listen to that on your own time. Probably just some more Country Roads is really... It should have been brought to you by... John Denver? Is that who Country... It doesn't matter. Here's the couple quick little things, guys. If you guys are living in Toronto and you want to go out and do a thing somewhere cool, starting next week on May 20th, going every Monday night for the next 8 weeks after that, I am taking part in the Outwit, Outplay, Outlaugh Survivor-themed comedy show that's happening at Social Capital Theater. There's 20 comedians involved. We get divided into tribes, and then we vote each other off, because that's how Survivor works. I don't watch Survivor. I've seen like 3 episodes. I hope that doesn't hinder me in this competition. But it should be a lot of fun. There's a lot of great comedians in it, so if you guys want to go out and check out a live show, it's a really cool thing for you to do. It's every Monday night, 8 p.m. at the Social Capital Theater, starting on May 20th. Aside from that, down to our regular programming, everything, you guys can follow us on Instagram at We Have Darkvision if you want to check out some pictures and all that sort of stuff. I've done a bunch of artwork, and I'll be posting more as we go forward, so give us a follow. You'll always know when the next episode is out. You should always know when the next episode is out anyway, because it's every Tuesday. But there's artwork there and all that kind of stuff, which is cool. You can also follow us on Twitter at DarkVisionCast. And if you tweet about us, share our stuff, there's a chance that you'll get something named after you in this whole campaign. It could be anything you want. It might be a spoon, if that's what you're into. And if you're not into that, well, I hope you will be soon, because now you're in the band Spoon. You can also check out our theme song and all the rest of the music that I end up writing for this whole thing. There's 2 songs up there now. There hopefully will be more soon, because I like writing music, and I think it's fun to write a soundtrack for the show. You can find that on our SoundCloud. That's also We Have Darkvision. And if you don't want to go to all of these other places to find things, you can just swing by our website, wehavedarkvision.com, and everything is posted up there. Some of the artwork there. We have maps of the world and of the places that we've gone so far. And the episodes are there. And then whenever else we feel like putting something up, it'll probably go up on the website. So it's a cool place for you to check out if you want cool things. If you also want cool things in the shape of video games, you should go check out Colin North's Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/ColinNorth. He plays video games. He live streams Smash Bros. And all that kind of stuff. I'll be joining him there shortly as soon as the new Mario Maker comes out. And I know I keep saying this every week, and you guys are like, it's not out yet. It will be, though, and I'm just so excited to be playing more Mario Maker because I played it at Colin's house before, and then he broke his Wii tablet, and we weren't able to play anymore. Not his Wii tablet, his Wii U tablet. It's essentially the same thing. Wasn't that the problem with the marketing? Everybody thought it was the same? Look, it doesn't matter. I'm so excited to be playing Mario Maker again because that game is bonkers hard and fun and crazy. And yeah, I think that's just about everything for this week. So our next episode is going to be up next Tuesday on May 21st. May 21st. I was looking at calendar and I could not remember what day it was today. So when I was looking at it, it could have been any day in the future. May 21st. That is our next episode. I hope to see you guys then. Later.
So who has the most intelligence amongst us?
That's a great question.
I guess wisdom might be okay for...
I have wisdom. I have +6 wisdom.
What's your intelligence?
+2 intelligence.
I've got -1 intelligence, so riddles are not a strong suit.
I deem that too stupid to go in the book of knowledge.
A staff, a bow, a shining glare.
A man who has
So you have a staff, right?
no more hair.
You have a staff.
Bow staff. Quarter staff.
Oh my god. I got a bow. Does Nubz have a shining glare?
I mean, don't we all? We have dark vision.
Oh!
Rap horn!
Alert, on guard, a missing plume, a tree atop a savior's tomb. I'll bet this dude that we're talking about is the savior because he's dead. Spoiler alert.
Have we figured that out?
Well, I mean,
Probably.
1,000 years is a long time.
Yeah, but
I don't
elves
give a
live
fuck
forever.
if you are an
though.
elf.
Yeah, I know, right? But he's not actually. Was he an elf? He's not. An
No,
elf.
he's a human.
Yeah. So he's
Why
pretty.
are you
He's pretty
speaking
dead.
Elvish?
Wow.
Are you
Maybe-
asking me or are you
I'm-
You
asking
can't
him?
just ask somebody why they speak Elvish.
I'm a nationalist nationalist gnome.
He listens to the Gnome Getting Experience.
Derek, do you
Noam
remember the
Chomsky, I
Battle of
forgot
Mount
about that.
Rogan by chance?
That must not have happened yet in my timeline.
Does not compute. I am a
And he disintegrates.
robot ghost. Yeah. So I wonder if okay, warrior's stare. 2 stones, a pup, a warrior's stare.
The pup is the child. Oh,
Yeah.
the dog
statue.
The dog statue.
That's a pup.
What is a plume? Oh, it's a feather. Oh, I have a feather in my hat.
Okay.
Okay, what's
so
the
close.
warrior's stare?
I'm not giving up my hat feather.
Don't look at me like I'm going to give you the answer.
No, I know.
I'm going to, though, because you're my boyfriend, and that's what I do. I look at you to give me the answer. Because
No,
I'm
right
a woman
now,
and I can't think for myself.
I am your dungeon master, not your boyfriend.
Oh, I'm gonna remember.
I pull out
I'm gonna
my loot.
remember that tonight.
Life is not fair
Also,
when we
is my
don't have a
strength still low?
warrior stare.
At the moment,
Yeah.
oh no, you guys slept for the night. Yeah, no, it's back up to
Oh,
normal.
I'm filled.
Okay,
I'll stare at the warrior.
you can stare. Okay, so, and we're looking at a statue, 2 statues. One with a wolf by its side, the other with an eagle on its neck.
On its shoulder? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just clawing at his neck. Just ripping out his jugular
The
with
shoulder
his talons.
is the neck of the arm, so whatever.
Can we inspect the statues closely?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to inspect the one with the eagle.
Okay, cool.
Do I need to roll something? Investigation?
No, I think what you would find if you're just looking at it, you would find it without needing to roll. You see that the eagle, one of his tail feathers is missing.
Yes, of course. I'm going to put my dick in it. No.
That's what a plume is.
That is true. A plume is a feathery wiener.
Feathery wiener.
I feel like
Eagle is
that's
missing a
gross.
feather. Yeah, I'm not going to do
I'm
that.
into it, though.
Just please cut that out.
Nope.
Okay, eagle missing a feather. And what about the wolf? And the man with the wolf.
You're going to go look at them as well?
Yep.
Okay. What you see on that one, the statue of the soldier, it has 2 hollows where his eyes would be.
Oh.
I stick my fingers right between.
Do you?
And as you do that, the statue moves a little bit, and you hear like the Three Stooges like
Ew.
noise.
I'm going home.
No, that doesn't happen.
I don't do that either.
Yeah.
I rescind.
I rescind my action.
Guys, I have no
So
idea.
the warrior's stare must have something to do with his missing eyes.
Yeah.
Maybe the 2 stones.
I put the 2 gold hyenas in his eye.
They fall out.
They're way too big for the
They
hole.
clatter on the ground, and Bort now has the opportunity to grab one off the floor if he wants. Both of you roll dexterity.
10 plus 6.
Fuck, you win. 7 plus 6.
Okay, cool.
I got 16.
You each get one of the hyenas now.
1 times golden hyena statue.
Is there
Fuck!
anything else in the room that we can take note of?
Well, there's the like the bas-relief carving of the battle scene on the other wall.
Okay, I'm going to go look at that. I'm going to closely inspect the bar.
Okay. So it's a battle scene. What you can tell just on like first glance is that some of the fighters have small gemstones socketed into their eyes. Most of the soldiers have swords. There's a few with other weapons though.
Including a bow and a
staff.
staff.
If you guys want to like look, I can tell you more things, but just as like a brief glance,
All right.
this is what you see. There's also like some animals of sorts carved into it. Some running from the battle, some fleeing, some fighting. Sorry. And there is a tree beside a small grave marker that is under its branches. And that's sort of what you get just on a basic look at it. If you want to like spend a little bit of time investigating it,
Yeah.
then you can do that. Okay. Nubz, you're
Investigating further.
okay. Cool. I guess there's not a timeline that's needed right now. So are you just gonna like spend enough time basically
To know it.
to
Yeah, I
like
wanna
to
know
know it?
it.
Okay, cool.
I had took off my pirate hat, and I'm wearing my detective hat again.
Okay, cool.
Abby's got my pirate hat in the meantime.
So you see some of the soldiers in the carving. Some have bows. Some have like war hammers and axes. Some have like quarterstaves. But only one archer has a gemstone in his eye. And only one soldier with a quarterstaff has a gemstone in his eye.
Ooh, I'm gonna take them.
Okay.
I got my dagger.
All the rest of them are carved sort of normally. The willow tree, the branches that droop down sort of seem to be carved in such a way that you think they remind you of feathers.
The quarterstaves look like feathers?
No, the trees of the willow.
Oh.
Or the branches of the willow, not the trees of the willow.
Alert on guard, a missing plume, a tree atop a savior's tomb. Is that willow tree on top of the savior's tomb?
It looks like it.
There is a grave marker beside it.
Oh. Well, there we go.
I wonder.
So,
Well, we're missing a feather. We need a feather. I've got these 2 stones.
which could be put into the warrior eyes.
Yeah.
Put him in there.
Okay.
Put him in.
Okay, so hang on.
Put
Can
'em
we
in.
investigate the feathery tree a little bit more, or is it just like the carvings look like feathers, or
It is.
Yeah, from like just looking at it, the carvings look like feathers. If you want to look like closer and everything, we can. But
Derek, what do you think?
and he sort of looks around at everything, and he says, "Well, I think we probably need to do something with those gemstones you picked up. But I'm at as much of a loss as you are."
Okay.
Wow.
Some savior. Am I right?
That's why maybe he.
That's probably why you're dead now. I say, walking past him and
Would
putting
a real
the
savior have
gemstones in
fucking
the...
died?
Probs not. Probs not.
In fact, we should fight the savior. Right?
Oh my god.
Just fucking kill him.
And you see he's like a little tiny bit annoyed, and he's like, "The mere fact that you know who I am means that I've done a very good job in my life, and I would think that deserves a little bit of respect."
Check out fucking Rodney Dangerfield over here.
Whoa,
No respect.
am I right? Yeah. That was a good one, you have to admit.
Thanks, Brat.
And he says, "Rodney Dangerfield must be after my time as well."
Not even in this time, for
Well.
being honest.
All right, let's do the gemstone thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop those suckers right in.
Slap
Are
'em
they
in.
different colors?
Yeah, one's blue and one's red,
Ooh.
Oh.
Pop him in.
Pop them in.
and they fit perfectly.
Beautiful. Oh my god, one is blue and one is red, like our glasses.
Oh.
Like our 3D glasses.
He has dark vision.
Oh.
I'll be there for you. And the statue starts dancing.
Well,
Copyright.
Does nothing happen? Is nothing
little-
happens?
Nothing has happened yet. They just
What if we combine the two stones of pup warrior stare? Somebody stare at the pup.
Well, what's on the pup? Is the dog got anything going on?
as far as you can tell, it looks like just a regular sort of wolf.
Maybe the pup is like,
Should we-
because pup is small, maybe the child.
Can we just throw the child on the dog?
Yeah, why not? Who's it gonna hurt?
Well, like we should figure out this missing plume because there's a missing plume on the thing.
Yeah.
Put the feather in your hat on the.
Can we try that? Are you okay with that?
Fine.
And I pluck it out of the hat.
Well, I wasn't really okay with it.
I'll just stick it back in if it doesn't work, and then I plug the plume I have into the
But
ass of the eagle.
Okay, there's not really like a place for it to go into, so you just sort of press it up against the stone and then like move your hand away real quick, and it flutters down to the ground.
well, that was useless. I pick up my feather.
A for effort. Thank you.
Why
Please.
don't you think of something there, Nubz?
Never touch my feather again.
I'm gonna shit on your feather later. I
Two
write that down
stones,
in my
a
book
pup,
of knowledge.
a warrior's stare, a staff, a bow, a shining glare. So I think that we've figured out the staff, bow, shining glare thing because we got the eyes off of the staff and the bow people. Alert, on guard, a missing plume, a tree atop a savior's tomb.
So we gotta go look at that tree closer. The willow tree. Let's look at the willow
I-
tree closer.
I think we got to investigate.
I got a 20. Yeah, I got a 20.
I think she can carry this, can't she?
Yeah, so it looks like you can sort of pull out some of the pieces of the carving as it stands, and so like the tree can come out, but also parts of the tree look like it can come out, or the grave marker looks like it can be taken out of
This is
the carving.
weird.
There's probably something hidden underneath all of that.
Can I?
Remove all the pieces.
You're not even here, Kroy.
I'm waddling over.
Okay, so Are you going to push Nubz out of the way and like just take pieces out?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you moving?
Grave
Okay,
first.
you hear a click and the piece comes out.
Nice.
Nice. Great. Awesome. You broke it. Fantastic, Kroy.
Did a door open while I did that, guys? Does anyone see a door?
No.
No.
I just heard a click.
All right, I'm gonna take out some tree parts.
Okay, what are you taking out?
What parts can I take out?
So it looks like some of the branches can come out separately from the trunk.
I'll take one branch out.
Okay. You take it out. You hear another louder click. This piece of branch is just sort of like a long, just a branch basically, and a tiny little hole opens in front of you, and that's where the sound comes from. What do you do right now? Like you have like half a second to choose what to do.
Move out of the way.
Okay, you give me a dexterity check.
Not very
One.
good.
Oh my
One?
6.
1 plus 6. Okay,
Jesus.
that's just enough. You step out of the way, and a small dart flies out of the hole that just appeared, shoots just past your head, and clatters against the wall on the other side.
All right, so that's dangerous, guys.
But you got that plume now.
I do. I got the plume, don't I?
The one you pulled out, the piece that came out as just sort of like the middle part. So no, you have like just like a branch.
Ugh.
Should I just keep pulling pieces out?
That's up to you.
All right, I'm pulling another one out.
But you're ready
Okay.
to move out of the way this time.
Yeah,
So there are 3 other ones. Do you want to take the left, middle, or right?
right.
Hang on, let's think about this.
I grabbed the right one without even listening to him.
Without thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You hear another loud click and another like hole appears. Roll a dexterity check.
Oh my god.
3 plus 6.
Okay. You're fine. Another arrow flies past you.
Barely.
See, guys, this is really
This is
no
doing-
big issue.
This is fine. You can actually just keep pulling them out.
That's it. I'll do left.
I'm gonna
Left?
go look at the arrows that have fallen too. That have like fallen out.
Okay. Do you go right after the first one goes out to look at it?
No, the second one.
Okay.
You're just gonna get shot.
You pick it up, and as you're picking it up, right as Kroy is starting to take out our next piece, you look at it and you see there's a little bit of liquid on the tip of it.
Cool. Poison darts.
Kroy, do you pull out the next piece when you hear that, or do you stop for a second?
We've got to go deeper. And I pull out the piece.
Oh, great.
Okay, this click is... Did you went for the left one?
Left, yeah.
Okay, this click is even louder. Another hole opens up, and another dart flies out. Roll a dexterity check.
20 plus 6.
Holy shit. Okay, cool. You're lucky, because like this one flies out at much faster speed and way more force. It flies out, and then another one flies out, and then another one flies out, and another one. So 4 darts shoot out of this hole, just barely missing your small monk ass, and shoot out towards where Nubz is.
Are you kidding me? I got a 3. I got a 3.
Okay.
Great. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Kroy.
Listen, the job
Idiot.
must be done.
Cool. If the one person who can solve the puzzle gets knocked out.
I think that we're just brute forcing this puzzle. Just like
I also like it was the middle one was the last one.
Okay, so the first dart hits you.
Yep. They all hit me.
The second one, now I rolled a thing to see like if it hits you or parts of armor or like whatever. The first one hits you. The second one sort of glances off the side of you and it doesn't pierce you. But the third and fourth ones do.
Great.
You take 6 damage, And once you're poisoned, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. And can you roll a d6 for me?
4.
Okay, thanks.
What's that for?
What the fuck is that? Thanks.
Give it back. Give me that back now. I'll kill you.
Okay, so I mean
Great.
that leaves one.
Well, you should probably just pull it out because I'm basically dead already, Kroy.
Yeah, well, you guys have
Are you
not
just
done
gonna? You're not even gonna like move out of the way.
Oh,
You're just
I'm
gonna
gone. I'm
Okay.
gone. I'm gone. I've like pissed off. I'm mad and I've left.
I don't know why you guys are giving me shit. Okay, we're making progress, so I take out the last piece.
Okay, I one question. The trunk is a piece, and then the branch is a piece. Just to be clear, which piece are you taking out?
Oh my
Wait, so there's a branch and a trunk?
Yes.
I'll do the last branch.
Okay, good. This one you take out, and it's not just the branch. It's like sort of the detail carvings around it, and when you pull it out, it looks like a feather.
Oh, wow.
What did I tell you? Bloom.
That's all it took. All it took was a few darts in Nubz, and
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Acupuncture, you'll be fine.
yeah, poison acupuncture.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
So I pull it out and I say, "Aha!" I don't know where this goes.
Go in and point
It
it,
goes
at
in the freaking eagle,
ass.
you idiot.
Okay, so I go and put it in the eagle's ass.
Cool. You put it in the eagle's ass. For some reason, there's a hole, a butthole, and the eagle screams.
Oh, wow.
Oh, sorry.
That was unexpected.
It comes out of the ass and is now back in your hand. What do you do with it?
I put it where I need to put it.
Yeah, okay. It slots in there perfectly.
There we go. I'm sorry, Mr. Eagle.
You hear like a loud sort of snapping noise, like it sounds like stone breaking, and the doorway that was carved between the two statues starts to open up, and there is another short hallway with a staircase beyond it that will bring you further up the Wolf Rock.
What did I tell you? Fucking child's play. Let's keep going, guys.
After
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Derek.
That absolutely 100% was all you, buddy. All you.
It was. I pulled out all the pieces.
Yep.
Can I
that's
keep it
what
there?
we needed.
We did a really great job of
Yeah, you
solving that puzzle.
Keep the one that's in my back, Kroy. Here. And I hand him a dart.